Welcome to my Science Academy. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today in Biology 12 class we are going to discuss the topic of excretory system of cockroach. Excretory system of a cockroach is primarily responsible for removing waste products from the body. Insects including cockroach do not have kidneys or well-developed urinary system like other animals which excrete ammonia or urea. Instead they are uricotalic. Cockroaches, like many insects, excrete nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid, which is relatively insoluble in water. This adaptation is important for insects living in arid or dry environment as it eliminates waste in a form that minimizes water loss. They have Malpighian tubules. Cockroaches have a system of tubes called Malpighian tubules for excretion. Here in this diagram, you can see Malpighian tubules. Before understanding its structure and function, just have a look on the tubular digestive system of cockroach that contains foregut, midgut and hindgut. Cockroaches have grinding mouthparts which are adapted for biting and grinding the food. They also have some glands near the head regions called salivary glands which excrete saliva which contains enzymes that initiate the process of digestion. Here, the mouthparts with the help of a muscular tube known as pharynx is attached to the esophagus and crop. Crop is the storage organ that stores ingested food and then it is transferred to the next part of foregut known as proventriculus or gizzard. Gizzard is a muscular organ that mechanically grinds the food and transfers it to the next part of the gut, that is midgut. Here at the junction of foregut and midgut, finger-like projections are present which are known as hepatic caecae. These are 7 to 8 in numbers and they contain some additional enzymes which are responsible for the absorption of nutrients. Here at the junction of midgut and hindgut, there are present narrow tubules known as the Malpighian tubules, which are 100 to 150 in number, and they are responsible for removing the nitrogenous waste products in the form of uric acid from the body of cockroach. From here, the concentrated fluid is transferred to the last part of the gut that is known as hindgut that contains ileum, colon and rectum. Here the reabsorption of water and salts take place and finally the feces along with uric acid crystals are excreted from the body from anus. Next we will see Malpighian tubules. Number 1. They are thin thread-like tubes located in the abdominal cavity. Number 2. They are around 100 to 150 in number. Number 3. They are attached to the junction of midgut and hindgut. Next we will talk about its function. Here in this diagram you can see the Malpighian tubules which are attached at the junction of midgut and hindgut. Number 1. Filtration of hemolymph. Hemolymph is the blood of cockroach. Hemolymph is pumped into the Malpighian tubules where nitrogenous waste, salts and other substances are filtered out. Number 2. Transport of waste. The epithelial lining of the tubules actively transport the solutes including nitrogenous waste like uric acid from the hemolymph into the tubules lumen. Here in this diagram, you can see the epithelial lining of the tubules that transport the salts, water and nitrogenous waste into the tube lumen. Number 3. Selective reabsorption. Essential substances such as ions and water are reabsorbed back into the insect's body to maintain proper balance, as insects are living in the dry environment, so this step is important. Number 4. Transport to the hindgut. The concentrated waste now is transported to the hindgut. Here in this diagram, the direction of arrow can be seen, that is showing the transport of the concentrated fluid to the hindgut. Number 5. Formation of uric acid crystals. In the hindgut, water is further reabsorbed and the remaining solid waste, mainly in the form of uric acid crystals, is formed. Number 6. Formation of feces. Rectum reabsorbs most of the salts and water. The feces consist of undigested food particles and the concentrated uric acid crystals are excreted. Here in this diagram you can see that in the rectum reabsorption of water, ions and soluble organic molecules takes place, and finally the uric acid crystals along with the undigested food particles are excreted from the anus.